In this Sailing Doodles, we arrive into Turks and Caicos where we have a little fun, but we only stay a short time and then set off for Dominican Republic. This season of Sailing Doodles features Bobby, Taylor, and Josephine as we set sail for the Caribbean in our 1989 CT-56. This channel is made possible by our patrons. Thank you so much. In the previous episode, we said goodbye to our slip and set sail 40 hours for Turks and Caicos. It was about a 250-mile trip from Georgetown, Bahamas down to Providenciales Turks and Caicos.
Another beautiful morning out here. We did the same watch shifts as the other night, so I was 12 to 2 and then 6 to 8. So I get to see the sunrise, which is really beautiful. But we are getting kind of close now. I think we're only, says we're only about 13 nautical miles away from Turks and Caicos. It's pretty exciting. I can see land on the horizon, so feels good.
We are about to come into Turks and Caicos, so we need to put up our quarantine flag. We take down our Bahamas cruising flag, put up our quarantine flag, and that means we have not cleared into Turks and Caicos, so it's just kind of a sign to immigration and customs they need to come check our boat out.
Our old Bahamian cruising flag. Ta-da.
There you go. So we are retiring that flag. It needs it, and we're going to give it away to one of our patrons. So we'll do a drawing. So on the next video, we'll announce which one of our patrons won this. We're going to frame it and send it to one of our patrons. It wasn't too much longer, and we were pulling into the turquoise blue waters of Turks and Caicos. All right, we are here. We are on B dock, which was actually, this marina was pretty badly damaged by Hurricane Irma a few years ago. And there's no, this dock is not even connected to the rest that you see over there. It's no longer connected. And there's no power, no water. I mean, that's fine. We're just here to check in. So we actually have to lower the dinghy so that I can go over there, check in, and then we'll probably, I don't know, we'll go some, maybe, I don't know, we'll figure something out. Probably, I mean, not gonna stay here obviously, but we'll figure something out.
How was your dinghy ride across the dock?
Yeah, it was great. We gotta come back at 11, that's when customs is showing up.
Okay, we are officially here. Good job on your first sail with us. I think it went really well.
It was a really good sail.
It was one of our best, for sure.
It was yeah, I think it's my best overnight sail.
Well, that's good. All around, I think we're a pretty happy crew right now. It's freaking gorgeous here. Oh, captain's back. The fun's over.
In the previous video, I got some iPads and connected them to the boat network. First impressions on using these charts here. Well, I've got it turned off right now, but it normally give you a list of, you know, my depth and all that here, and I got the little, you know, display there. I mean, so all in, I'm in like $2,000 for these, which compared it would have been $5,000 more to replace this. It's not as good, obviously, as a real chart plotter. It doesn't get as bright. You know, I mean, I will take them down and charge them, right? So, you know, you gotta take them down and charge them every now and then. It's a good backup, I think. I think when I get the money, I'd still rather do a real chart plotter. It's just better user friendly. I mean, these are good. The app's not good enough yet. The app is not good enough yet. Maybe someday they'll get the app good enough, and then great. But for now, it's not good enough, and there's kind of a limited amount of apps for it. It's a little weird having to dinghy off the dock to get anywhere. We're gonna do that. We decided, hey, how's it going? Good. So we decided to stay here. It's $1 a foot on the dock because it's not connected. It got damaged in Hurricane Irma, but you get access to the pool, the restaurants, and all that stuff. So, and the showers. So we're gonna do that. Oh yeah. And it's kind of funny. Like friends of Josephine's pulled up right next to us. whole area got washed away from Hurricane Irma. Probably what happened is these are all floating docks. So the storm surge came up so much that it just floated the docks right off the top of the pylon. And they're gone. The marina shared the pool with the resort next door, so we were definitely taking advantage of that. For $1 a foot at this marina, we get access to the bar, the pool, the beach, all this stuff. They have
It
a
makes
gym.
up for having to dinghy over here and not having water or power at the dock.
So for $60 a day, we get access to the pool for all of us. Get the pool, the showers, the dock, and all this stuff.
I'm a good bass. I believe I can fly. Oh, my knees were giving out there. Not that you're heavy.
You want to do it?
What? No, you can't.
That's
hold
what
me.
happens after spending all day at the pool. Just saying.
Well, now I know something.
You believe you can fly?
Yeah.
We don't have a Turks and Caicos cruising flag. You know, normally you just put a small flag on there saying you've checked in clearance. Well, we've checked in clearance. We don't have a flag. We're only gonna be here for like 2 days. So for now, we'll take the quarantine flag down and just put up our Beer 30 flag.
So right now we're gonna go into town, see what there is to see, because we're gonna be leaving early tomorrow morning, and it's basically our last chance to go and check things out.
Yeah. It'll be interesting.
Gotta take the frickin' dinghy over though.
So the marina is part of this bunch of resorts, and they have a little shuttle that goes around all over the place. We're gonna catch the shuttle, go into town, and kind of explore the place. So this is the sister resort of the marina. So they dropped us off here. We were gonna go walk down the beach into town. Landscape-wise, it's very similar to Bahamas, but it seems maybe a bit better built up here.
It's really, it seems really well developed and maintained.
Maintained.
I'd say they, obviously it's a prominent tourist destination,
Right.
but the money that the resorts and everything are making, they're putting it back into the town.
We should have been coming here, hanging out here instead of at our pool by our place. This is nice. All right, guys, last day in Turks Caicos.
Cheers.
It's pretty cool. I'd like to come back, check it out. It's definitely a different vibe than the Bahamas for sure. Even though it's the same archipelago, it's a different vibe. Definitely.
Yeah, I wish we had more time to explore. I like it.
Yeah, me too.
It is a little expensive though.
Yeah. But it's a lot nicer. It feels, we were just
worth
talking about, it feels more like St. Martin or something like that. It's a little more developed, you know.
Hashtag working out Doodles. It's the Sailing Doodles mug.
It is. We do have Sailing Doodles mugs. There's a link down in the show notes. We have already checked out of the country, but you have 24 hours after you check out. There's no rush, so we're just gonna leave whenever we're ready this morning and head to Dominican Republic. About 28 hours, we think. Should be great conditions. The wind should be behind us. It's crazy. The wind's out of the west right now, and it clocks around out of the north as we basically turn south, so it should be pretty nice. At the marina here, we have access to a gym, so we're gonna go work out, get all buff for you guys.
Hashtag working out Doodles.
Yeah. All right, now we're just gonna get the boat ready to go. When we were leaving Fort Lauderdale, we propped the davit line here, the dinghy hoist. And so I had to cut the line shorter. So we normally have this one here on that side, right? And then on this side, we had to use this thicker line, and it's not quite long enough, so it makes it hard to pull through the blocks and everything. So when I went home this last trip, I got some new line to change it out, so I'm gonna do that right now. And also one thing we always have to consider before getting off the dock is, or getting on the dock mostly, but because there's no power on this dock, we've been using our solar and generator. But we gotta pull this solar panel down, fold it down, because otherwise you might clip it on a pole on the way out, which you could ruin your day.
So I asked Bobby if I can get some more practice docking and leaving the dock. So today, I've got the captain's hat on. I'm gonna attempt to leave the dock. Hopefully everything goes well. Wish me luck.
What we do first getting off the dock is we find the lines that aren't doing anything. So that line back there is not doing anything. It's like the wind's pushing us off the dock, which is nice, helps us get off the dock, but it will make it tricky untying the last line and getting off without being left on the dock.
Josephine and Bobby handled the lines while I took my first try getting off the dock. I wish we had more time to be able to explore the turquoise waters of Turks and Caicos.
There was a good amount of wind, so once we were far enough offshore, we raised just the mizzen and then put out the genoa.
This sail formation is also known as flying jib and jigger.
Well, there's about 17 to 20 knots of wind out there right now, and we're doing 7.5, 8 knots, so we're doing all right. And we're just flying the mizzen and the genoa. Jib and jigger, it's called. You guys enjoying it?
Good. The boat seems to like it, like this setup. We haven't really tried this before, but it's seeming pretty balanced.
Yeah, and we're not heeled over too much, which is okay. I mean, we got about 8 or 9 miles heading this direction, then we'll turn to the east a little more, and we'll be downwind a little more. So we should stop heeling, you know, about an hour this way, and then a little more to the right, and we'll stop heeling as we turn with the wind. Right now, it's pretty much off our beam.
It's so hard to look through binoculars.
It's too far away for the camera to see, but there's a whale breaching over there, jumping up and splashing. And I mean, he's pretty far off. But he's making a big splash, so the girls are pretty excited to see it.
Oh my god! Look at that! Was that really? Yeah! Jeez, that was so huge.
Of course, as we were paying attention to the whales ahead of us, a line of wind came from behind us and caught us a little off guard, and we had to reef. Well, as we were whale watching, a big thing of wind came up behind us, and we had to reef in ahead to Genoa just a little bit, or a lot, rather. And anyway, so now we got 25 knots wind from behind us. It actually shifted in a good direction to help us, because we were going to have to jibe, but that wind came through and shifted the wind, so on the same, well, we just turned our tack where we wanted to go. Closer to the whales, maybe we'll see them. The wind really picked up and was blowing spray off the top of the waves. But we were making excellent speed even with our reduced sail. So it's always a little rolly when, like, we had strong winds earlier today, over 30 knots, and it was sustained 20, 25 knots for a long time. The wind has dropped off to 12 to 18 knots. So you still have the seas that go with the 25 to 30 knot winds, and it takes them a few hours or half a day to like calm down, really. So it kind of sucks when you're sailing along in 12, 13 knots of wind, but you still have that big of seas. It just makes things really rolly. I wouldn't be reefed at all right now, but what I'm doing is I'm just waiting to look at my trends here to make sure that the winds, it's not just a momentary drop off, you know. If I've reefed and then the winds drop off to a normal level and then I put my mainsail, or you know, put the sails back out, and then the winds come back, well, I'm just reefing on reefing the whole time. So I'm just gonna wait 20-30 minutes, see if the winds are gonna stay like this, and then I'll put sails back out. But there's like a little trend monitoring tool that you can look at on most wind meters have that.
We were planning on a 28-hour sail from Turks and Caicos to Dominican Republic.
Be sure to click that subscribe button so you catch us in the next video where we make it to the Dominican Republic. As always, we thank our patrons for making this channel possible. I'm excited to announce that Taylor has started her own channel. It's called Taylor's Travels, documenting her travels all over the world. There's a link popping up now, or one in the show notes. So be sure and subscribe to her channel in order to share the adventure. And for cooking, the swells can make things a little difficult as well.
Yeah, I've got to like hold on to this, but if the stove leans too much, it like pinches my fingers, then I'm just screwed.
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah. You want some onion?